Unit 4. Business Address and Virtual Office. The business address of the company is where the company's head office is. It is the place where an entrepreneur carries out his business activities or a place where the management of the company operates. Before the registration of the company, the founder must provide a business address. An entrepreneur can avoid high rental costs and real estate purchase if he does not actually need the business premises. The cost can be reduced to a minimum by hiring a virtual office. The virtual office offers the possibility of using a business address for the company's headquarters, the possibility of receiving official mail, notifying and redirecting of the incoming mail, receiving phone calls and faxes, offering the use of a meeting room, etc. The advantages of hiring a virtual office are reduced or minimum costs of investing in business premises. The consent of neighbors or co-owners is not necessary for the registration of the company, as in the case of carrying out activities in a multi-apartment building, for example, or when the founder doesn't own the real estate. A visible presence in the business environment, business and personal addresses are separated. The offer of virtual offices is extensive, so an entrepreneur can easily find the one that most suits his needs. The price of a virtual office rental in Cyprus is approximately €50 to €100 per month, depending on the additional services that the entrepreneur needs. Different providers have different service packages and different prices for them. The prices of virtual offices also vary according to the location. A virtual office is not sufficient in specific businesses in which business premises are indispensable. To carry out certain business activities, especially in the field of catering, trade, warehousing, production, education, various workshops, laboratories, ambulances and similar, an adequate business premises must be provided. At the registration of the company, this condition is not checked, but the entrepreneur must provide adequate business premises and acquire the appropriate permits before starting the business. In this case, the entrepreneur can rent or buy adequate property. As a rule, any facility in which the business premises are located must have a valid permit, irrespective of the business activity. This also applies to the simple clerical business activities. The permit is issued by the administrative unit in the area where the property is located. If the property doesn't have this permit, the start of business operations may be delayed. Therefore, it is advisable that the entrepreneur checks that the property has a valid license before buying or renting it. Most companies initially register their business address at home. This can be done by all those who perform activities that are of quiet nature and for which a statutory or other regulation does not stipulate that the business premises are compulsory. A quiet activity is one that does not disturb the neighbors and common spaces. There is no need to obtain a usable permit if you spend less than 50% of the living space in a private house for a business space. An increasing number of foreign investors opt for this form of office, as it is affordable, flexible and not binding for a long time. More and more importance is gaining mobility and flexibility, as entrepreneurs often carry out their activities in several different locations, so a good FDI advisor will research the offer and propose to the investors this option. As an interesting feature, also worth mentioning, are co-working premises, affordable business premises, which several entrepreneurs share. Their use is more popular among young companies entrepreneurs who do not yet have regular income and want to save on costs. Co-working premises are fully equipped and the entrepreneur can start his business immediately upon moving in them. Due to the proximity of other entrepreneurs, business networking is facilitated, as opportunities are already present in the building itself. In addition, co-working contracts are valid for a shorter period of time and entrepreneurs do not bind themselves for a long time, which allows them greater flexibility.